The invention of paper money changed trade in goods forever, and over the centuries it has become the basis of the global economic system. But what few people know is that it originated in 7th century China, where flying money revolutionized the planet and laid the foundations of the modern economy. And now China could do it again thanks to another revolutionary innovation, digital currency. The new digital yuan has been under development by the Chinese government for some time and is projected to be the world's leading currency before long, replacing the US dollar. Since its invention, paper money has diversified into a variety of currencies, but the most dominant in modern times has been the US dollar. The reign of this currency has lasted for decades, setting the trend in international trade and keeping the United States as the leading economic power. But the rise of digital currencies has opened the door to a paperless economy. And today, China is leading the race to create a stable, global virtual currency. Where did the idea for this new virtual currency come from? How is it different from other existing digital currencies? Why can it spell the end of the dollar's dominance of the global economy? What will it be worth and which countries will adopt it? Stay tuned to the end to find out all the answers, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Paper money has enabled global trade for centuries, but as transactions have become more frequent and larger in size, the disadvantages of the traditional system have become more apparent. Therefore, many countries and companies have set out to create digital currencies that can fit into the existing economic system and reduce the circulation of cash and the major problems associated with it. Several private proposals have gained great popularity, such as cryptocurrencies, which allow users to control their money without the need for any regulatory body. But so far, few governments have joined this development. The digital yuan, ECNY, issued and managed by China's central bank, establishes an official digital currency backed by a powerful nation. This is a major step forward in the migration of currency to an electronic model. The process of creating this virtual currency began in 2014 when the Chinese government began studying the digitization of its official currency after seeing the rapid rise of Bitcoin. About 3 years later, the development project was approved and the design of the new currency began. A pilot program tested the digital yuan in various provinces of China. In the first stage, banks acted as intermediaries for access to the digital yuan, allowing people to deposit money into their accounts and exchange it for digital currencies that could be transferred to electronic wallets that could be accessed by downloading an application on a mobile phone. The initial success of this project was evident during the COVID-19 pandemic, which challenged the security of the circulation of banknotes and coins. The contactless transaction model of ECNY made it more practical and attractive. As a result, the government decided to further expand its reach ahead of a national launch during the 2022 Winter Olympics, making the digital yuan available to the entire population. With its large growth margin, the digital yuan could replace the dollar in international transactions, or at least circulate at the same level in the medium to long term. Although it is not the world's first digital currency, it is the first to be supported and backed by one of the world's major economic powers. However, there are still several unknowns about what this means. The ECNY works similarly to cryptocurrencies, using blockchain technology to protect transactions. But unlike Bitcoin and its similarities, its value is determined by a single entity. This means that the value of the digital yuan is derived from that of its physical equivalent, the yuan, and both can circulate freely within the country under the regulation of the authorities. Therefore, enjoys greater stability than current cryptocurrencies, whose frequent fluctuations constantly and unpredictably alter their value. In addition, its issuance will be managed by an official entity, the Federal Reserve, and not by third-party digital platforms. This allows for greater control over its distribution and secure backing for each transaction, so users are not exposed to bank runs during economic crises. It also makes access to the currency much easier and more accessible to the public, as it is only necessary to deposit money in the bank to receive eCNY. The downside, of course, is that the government will be able to track all transactions, so anonymity is traded for financial strength. With the introduction of eCNY, transactions could reduce costs and time. Currently, international payment services often charge high fees and take days to complete the transaction, but with the use of digital yuan, payments will be instantaneous, as easy as sending or receiving an email. They won't even require commissions, as banks will handle the entire process for free, just like any other domestic transaction. And it will make currency exchange much more fluid, accessible, and stable. This is a vast improvement over the current global market system, both locally and in large multinational operations. All the advances that the digital yuan will bring could put the dollar, a currency that has become quite unstable despite its historical hegemony, on the back burner. For now, the digital yuan is only circulating domestically in China, but its goal is to be used in the international market. When that time comes, it is quite likely that most countries will be tempted to make greater use of virtual currency to the detriment of the US dollar. From the United States, the authorities are concerned about the blow this could deal to their economy and are studying the impact of digital currencies, although without announcing any official project to digitize the dollar. This technological backwardness only increases the likelihood that tomorrow it will be the digital yuan and the powerful Chinese economy that will dominate the world stage. Nigeria has also announced its own virtual currency, the e-Naira. Based on the same blockchain technology as Bitcoin, it is issued and regulated by the central bank, and its value is anchored to that of the African country's official currency. Other countries that already have their digital currency are Cambodia and the Eastern Caribbean region, with the Baikong and Dcash, respectively. In the European Union, several projects to digitize the euro are also under development, although their launch still seems distant due to the complex impact it could have on the region's private banking system. Nevertheless, it is expected that the major powers will adopt the digital model in the coming decades, following China's example to adapt to the needs of today's economy. And when that happens, it will most likely not be the dollar that sets the tone, but the digital yuan. As Bitbank owner Chandler was said, one day, everyone will use China's digital currency. The migration of money to a digital model is gradually taking shape, and China's eCNY is the pioneer leading the race for dominance in the new virtual economic system taking shape around the globe. However, the real impact of the digital yuan is still a long way off. But as the world continues to wait and prepare for what the future may hold, it's not far-fetched to expect China to once again create another monetary revolution that will shape the centuries to come. If you like this video, please like and comment. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss all the content we have for you.